Do you need an idea for a gluten-free appetizer that's delicious and easy? I've got it for you. It's jalapeno popper dip plus homemade gluten-free crackers. Can't wait to get this going. Let's go. Welcome to Meiji and Poppy's Kitchen. Today is Poppy's birthday, so I'm having all the kids and grandkids over for dinner tonight. And I always like to have a little something for them to snack on before the actual dinner. And I thought, oh, I hate it that Poppy now has to be gluten-free and can't eat the things that we normally eat. So I found a gluten-free version of a jalapeno popper dip and a homemade cracker recipe. So I thought, well, that'll be fun to be able to make your own crackers. I know there's brands out there and they're pretty good, but let's try and make it, see what it tastes like. Never done this before, but it looks like it's gonna be really good. So let's do this. Okay, so the first thing is you put a cup of gluten-free flour. This is the Trader Joe's version of gluten-free flour. We're pretty new to this, so I don't know. I think this is probably gonna work well. We'll see at the end. Half a teaspoon of sea salt, a tablespoon of melted butter, a teaspoon of olive oil, and a half of a teaspoon of honey, and I've got that mixed together in here. And then a fourth to a half of a cup of water. So it says to start off with a fourth of a cup, and then if you need more, to go up, to add a little at a time to see what you need, just to make a dough ball out of it. So we'll see. We'll kind of stir that together, and then we'll add some water. And for sure we know we need a fourth of a cup. So okay, so that was a fourth of a cup I just put in there. Let's see how much more we need besides that. I do think I need just a little bit more. It's a little dry. So they said as you add just a little at a time. So that's what I just did. Okay, I think that's gonna be perfect. I just added just another splash. Okay, and that did make a little dough ball. Okay, and then we're gonna put it on in between two pieces of parchment paper, and we're gonna roll it out real thin. Let me see exactly what it says. Okay, so it does say this dough is gonna be very thick, and it is. Okay, so we're putting this, again, this is my first time to do this, between two pieces of parchment paper, and we're gonna roll it out to about 1/8 of an inch thick, which is gonna be very thin. Let's see. Oh, goodness. This is weird. I've never rolled things out with parchment paper, because like I can't just do it with both hands because it's gonna go sliding away. And it does say to even like the edges need to be 1/8 of an inch thick too, so that they don't get burned. Because what we're gonna do is we're just leaving it like this, and we're cutting it into squares, but leaving it all together even though it's cut into squares. And then we're putting it in a 400-degree oven for 15 to 20 minutes. Okay. Now, it does look extra thin on this edge, so I'm gonna do this just manually. So that the edges don't burn, like they said. Okay, and as usual, mine is not real precisely square or anything, because I really don't do anything just really neat. But you know what? It's gonna look rustic and Italian. It's gonna look like Italian gluten-free crackers. How about that? Okay, so about 1.5 inches, it says. cutting it with a sharp knife. Look, Poppy's gonna have his own little homemade crackers. And then that jalapeno popper dip, I looked, and some of them, I think the reason that they're not all gluten-free, because it's basically cream cheese, mayo, things that are gluten-free anyway. You usually put a little topping on it, like breadcrumbs or something, but this one doesn't have a topping, so it's gonna be gluten-free. And I've had jalapeno popper dip before, and it's so good, so I think this will be just as good. And I have a feeling oh, I forgot. She said to sprinkle the top. This was gonna be like a very important thing I forgot if I didn't do this. All right, sprinkle the top with water, kind of spread it around on top, and then sprinkle that with either seasoned salt or sea salt. And so I've got sea salt right here that I already put in here, so I'm just gonna use sea salt. Yum. I bet this is gonna be really good. And so easy, look how easy that is. Okay, we're gonna put that in the oven, and then we're gonna make our dip. Okay, now for the jalapeno popper dip, gluten-free. She said to, and I will link the recipe. When I say she, I'm referring to the person who looked at their recipe. But she said to do a 8-ounce softened cream cheese, and then you add 1/2 cup of sour cream, 1/2 cup of mayonnaise. And she said if you don't have a mixer, you can just do this by hand. But thank heavens Poppy talked me into getting a mixer years ago. Okay, and then she says to put in 2 jalapenos finely diced. And I had 2 jalapenos in my basket that I was going to finely dice. And then I passed the diced jalapenos in a can. So that's what I went for. 4-ounce can of diced jalapenos. Saved me a little time. She says a cup of bacon bits, or 8 slices of bacon, cooked and chopped. I just got a bag of these. I don't know how much it's gonna be, but it'll be enough. So I'm doing a bag of bacon bits. They used to have the little silicone fresh bag thing in there, but they don't have that anymore. Okay, so making sure. And then 3 cups of cheddar cheese. So that's a lot. That's a lot of cheese. Okay, then you're gonna mix it just until mixed, and you do salt and pepper to taste. She did hers in a slow cooker, low for 2 hours. My slow cooker is taken up with the green beans. We're having Poppy's birthday dinner tonight, so we're doing his green beans that he loves. So instead, I'm going to just bake mine at 350 for 30 minutes, and that'll do the same thing. And I don't need 2 slow cookers for that. Okay, so I'm going to get this in my little baking dish that I love this size of. I can't even, it's just a little oval, great size baking dish. So I'll put that in there. A lot of jalapeno popper dips, like I said, have like breadcrumbs of some sort on top, cracker crumbs, gluten-free, so we're just going to do without, but it looks like it's going to be so good, even without crumbs on the top. Okay, so we're going to put this in the oven, 350, 30 minutes, and I just took a bite of that cracker that came out of the oven. Yum, it's so good. So I can't wait to try all this together. And Poppy will have his own little gluten-free appetizer, so I'm excited about that. Okay, I'll let you know when it's all done, and we'll do a little taste test. Okay, so Poppy's gonna do the taste test on the jalapeno popper dip.
All right, here we go, Meej. spot on right there. That is good.
Oh, good.
It's gluten free.
That's gluten free.
Wow.
I know. I can't wait to taste it. Give me a little bite.
You know, my birthday.
Hey, give me a bite. And that's your homemade crackers. Gluten-free crackers.
Meiji says my homemade gluten-free crackers. If
Yum.
if you didn't understand her.
Okay, that is delicious.
All right, y'all need to follow Meiji. She's just putting out some excellent stuff for gluten-sensitive people on gluten diets, gluten-free diets, celiac people like me. So
That was good.
that is excellent, Meiji. Thank you so much for my birthday dinner. I'm so excited.
Good.
Can't wait to eat everything.
All right.
Instead of watching everybody else eat stuff that I can't eat, I get to eat everything tonight. So thank
All
you,
right.
Meiji.
And then those are the homemade crackers after we pulled them apart. And then I put wheat thins for the regular.